Varroa inspection trays. We are always losing them and always in need of them. So I thought, let's do a video on making your own. Yes, you can buy them from beekeeping sites on spares and repairs, but when you've got more than a few hives, the price does add up. And there is actually potentially a way that you can make your own without costing you a penny, but we'll get to that in a moment. The material that we're going to be using is Corex, and in the beekeeping world, it's used as insulation, so hive wraps. It's used as nooks and carry bee boxes. I've got a few as bait boxes. And most commonly, it's used as Varroa trays or inspection trays. Corex has loads of uses. Another is cheap signage. You've probably seen these on telegraph poles, lamp posts, building sites. And when the event or the sign is no longer used, it's just thrown away. If you can get your hands on any of the signs that have been thrown away, not stuff that's still in use, and it's in relatively good condition, like this one, you see this has got images on the back, but you can see here we've got holes where it's actually been strapped to a lamppost. This is in good condition. If you can find something like this in relatively good condition without any damage, holes, or anything disgusting on it, go for it. But if you can't find any, it's not an expensive material to buy, and you can just type it in online. Just type in Corex and go for a 3mm. And most DIY places will stock this. But do your measurements and calculations before buying any sheets, because you don't want to go home and then start cutting up and then realizing, I can only get 2.5 out of this instead of 3. The trays that we're going to be making in a moment are slightly smaller than some of the trays we've got. We've got Langstroth hives, we've got both wood and poly, and the trays that we're needing at the moment are for the poly hives. Now they're a lot narrower, whereas some of our wooden hives, the Varroa floors take up the entire bottom of the hive. So all that being said, let's make some trays. So our measurement is 19.2. There we go. Okay, obviously you're not going to have an industrial guillotine at your disposal. I was cheating. But it's quite easily done with a scalpel or a sharp knife and a metal ruler. So our first cut on the short edge is going to be 19.2. So that's our first cut. So this is the width. And then obviously the length being 41, we have enough here to then trim to the actual size. But for the sake of this video, I'm only going to be cutting 1. We can get 3 out of this sheet. It will need a couple of goes to go through, and that should be, there we go, just a little snag. There we go. So we've got our width. Now we need to sort our length. So the final cut is going to be 41. So that's our final cut. Now we're going against the grain. So before we were going with the grain, so it's a bit more of a simple cut with a scalpel, but now we're going against the grain. So I don't know if the camera can pick that up. You can see. You can hear it. Just be careful when you do cut this stuff because it can be quite slippery. So that is our tray. As you can see, it's painted absolutely beautifully. And there we go. Snug as a bug. And it's as simple as that. Make your own, and if you can upcycle, what's better than bees? Thanks for watching.